I want to, before I speak on the bill, I do want to rise today to pay tribute to a distinguished group of American heroes. And it's a group that for too long was denied the honors and the benefits that they were owed for their service to our nation. It's the 65th Infantry Regiment. They're known as the Borinqueneers. It was a predominantly Puerto Rican regiment that is the only Hispanic segregated unit to fight in every global war of the 20th century. Now, historically, the Borinqueneers were denied equal benefits and equal honors for their service. And this is despite the fact that their regiment shared equal risk and equal duty during World War I, during World War II, and the Korean War. They have since been decorated for their extraordinary service on the battlefield. In the Korean War alone, the regiment earned more than 2,700 Purple Hearts, 600 Bronze Stars, 250 Silver Stars, 9 Distinguished Service Crosses, and 1 Medal of Honor. There is another medal, however, that has yet to be presented, but that will change later this afternoon, when the Borinqueneers and their families will celebrate the unveiling of the long overdue Congressional Gold Medal. This is the highest civilian honor in the United States. The medal will be unveiled today at a ceremony in the Capitol. It will then be given to the Smithsonian Institute and placed on a public display. And it is my hope that the more than 1,000 Borinqueneer veterans living throughout the United States, as well as the family members of those fallen and departed and missing in action, will know that at last their service has received the ultimate tribute from a grateful nation. Over the years, even in the shadow of unequal treatment, the Borinqueneers never faltered, and they never failed to prove just how valuable they are to the cause of freedom. My favorite example is the story of Operation Portrex. It was a military exercise that occurred on the eve of the Korean War. It was intended to test how the Army and Marines, Navy, and Air Force would do as liberators of an enemy-controlled island. The Borinqueneers were tasked with playing the role of the enemy aggressors and attempting to prevent the more than 3,200 American troops from liberating the island in this exercise. And it was a task that, quite frankly, they were not expected to accomplish. And yet, much to the surprise of the Army commanders, the 65th Infantry, badly outnumbered, was able to halt the offensive forces on the beaches. And so it's no surprise that after seeing the tremendous skill of the Borinqueneers, our Army commanders quickly deployed them into the heart of the Korean War, trusting them with numerous important offensive operations. One of those operations occurred on the 31st of January of the year 1951, and it's credited as having been the last battalion-sized bayonet charge by a U.S. Army unit. Of that charge, the commanding general, Douglas MacArthur, he wrote, quote, "The Puerto Ricans forming the ranks of the gallant 65th Infantry Regiment on the battlefields of Korea by valor and determination and a resolute will to victory give daily testament to their invincible loyalty to the United States and the fervor of their devotion to those immutable standards of human relations to which the Americans and the Puerto Ricans are in common dedicated. They are writing a brilliant record of achievement in battle, and I am proud indeed to have them in this command. I wish that we might have more, like many more, like them." End quote. Throughout the storied history of the 65th, there are countless examples of valor that have distinguished this regiment. And today, Puerto Ricans serve in our military at some of the highest rates of any demographic group in the nation, which is no doubt a lasting legacy of the Borinqueneers. It has been one of my great honors as a senator to be involved in the effort to secure the Congressional Gold Medal by co-sponsoring the legislation that passed the Senate in 2014. I was also honored to stand in the White House as President Obama signed the bill into law. Today, I want to thank 2 congressionally designated liaisons who have worked tirelessly to make this day a reality. Sam Rodriguez and Javier Morales, both of whom are Army veterans themselves. They made it their mission to ensure that through the design of the medal and its unveiling ceremony, these men who have honored our nation receive the honor they deserve in return. And I thank both of them for their work. I would also like to say a special thank you to the students at St. Luke's Lutheran School in Oviedo, Florida, and to their teacher, Miss Carla Cotto Ford, who is the granddaughter of 2 Borinqueneers herself. Ms. Ford and her students raised thousands of dollars in their community toward an ongoing national effort to ensure that every single living Borinqueneer would receive a replica of the Congressional Gold Medal. The passionate efforts of Mr. Rodriguez and Mr. Morales and Ms. Ford and her students and so many others who have labored to make this day a reality is part of what makes this Congressional Gold Medal so special. It reminds us that the legacy of past generations of Borinqueneers who have fought and died for America is indeed a living legacy. Today, that legacy, alive and well, reminds us that America truly is an exceptional country. Ours is a nation made up of people from all different backgrounds and all different cultures, came together as one nation because we share a common idea that everyone deserves the freedom to exercise their God-given rights. Each member of the 65th Infantry Regiment fought for that freedom, and not just for themselves, but for every man and woman and child in these United States. So in closing, to the Borinqueneers, I'd like to say congratulations on the unveiling of your well-deserved Congressional Gold Medal, and more importantly, on behalf of my staff and my family and the people of Florida, I'd like to say thank you. Thank you for your service, thank you for your courage, and thank you for fighting to make this nation the best it can be.